Aloha and good morning. It's Saturday morning and, well, I've had myself one heck of a morning. As in time, this parable will make sense to you, as it has possibly in the past. I was driving my truck going to the dump to take out some things that are garbage, okay? Garbage meaning they don't serve me anymore. To the recyclables, bottles, even an old refrigerator. And, well, guess what happened? My truck stopped working, okay, in the middle of the bridge. And, well, the parable here is that the truck is akin to my body. And what happens to your body when it doesn't work? You call an ambulance. Well, my truck didn't work, and I called AAA. And they came over, and they wanted to know what kind of insurance I had, of course, because you have a certain distance that you can tow vehicles. And, well, remember, when you get sick, you're going to have to go to the hospital. So, did I do the correct maintenance on that truck? No, I let it sit too long, and the fuel's got algae in it, and it clogged the filter. So it stopped this huge truck that I have, just because the filter's clogged. What happens when your filters get clogged in your body? What do you think happens? Well, you get sick, just like the car got sick. So I never got a chance to be able to do my errands this morning because I got postponed, as a lot of people get postponed because they have to go to the hospital. The ambulance has taken them to, well, maybe the insurance that they have, maybe they're going to take them to county. Okay, maybe depending on well, maybe you don't have any insurance at all. Best health insurance policy is when you take care of yourself, or at least learn how to take care of yourself. So I'm going to the dump right now, and it's just like your body when it is going through detoxing. You want to dump out garbage, things that don't serve you anymore, things that maybe have accumulated around your house, just like heavy metals accumulate in your body. So we'll do part 2 here in a sec, but I just wanted you to ponder upon this idea. What happens to you or anybody when your body gets sick like a car and it now needs to be towed to get fixed? It has to get towed. Okay? So would it be smart to do maintenance on your truck, and you most likely would never have to get towed? And if you did, you better figure out where you're supposed to go. Keep that in mind. And want to make sure, just like mechanics, the last thing you want to do is have a mechanic that's going to look at your car. Well, they're not going to do anything but rip you off. Why? Because that's sort of what they do. Okay, and I'm not saying doctors do that, but they do. Lots of doctors, they've been caught before. They have 45 years of sentence because they've been giving people chemotherapy because they didn't need it. That's pretty much a criminal crime. That happens all the time. Problem is, well, either some of the doctors, they read the journals and they say, this is the only thing I can do anyway. So, and not only that, well, just like the Truth About Cancer documentary said, doctors get a kickback for the chemotherapy. Not bad. The only part of the medical business that gets a kickback legally. So, again, better be smart, and you better really maintain your car. And your body's your car. It's your vehicle. It's what lets you navigate in the third dimension. Okay, remember, the body is the church. It's your church. It's your inner church. And it's run by these 2 temples right here. And there is a saying, as above, if these temples are in line, so below. The rest of the body also stays in line. So remember, ponder upon that thought. What are you going to do? You're going to maintain your vehicle? You're going to put the right fuel in it? Remember, my fuel got old. It was toxic. It got algae in it. It had parasites in the fuel. And it clogged up my filters, which would be in my body, would be my kidneys, my liver, my spleen, my brain, my organs, my pancreas, okay? And this is why the body needs a tune-up, just like the car needs a tune-up, because it gets buildup. Okay, again, ponder upon the thought of what are you going to do? Are you gonna be smart and maintain your car, your body, or are you gonna wait until it dies on the freeway or stops functioning correctly and you have to get towed, you have to get taken to a hospital or take your truck to a place to get it fixed? Okay, again, ponder deeply. There is a solution here, and we'll talk. Here we go, part 2. Now, remember, you may be at the mercy of the mechanic. Why? Is because your car fell apart on the freeway, or they may just, take it to a tow yard. Okay, it's sometimes out of your control. Same as with when you get into a problem where someone's got to call the ambulance. Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? Okay, now I'm sure you've thought about the simple, reasonable, and logical solution, which is to maintain your body. Don't you have to have awareness to be able to put what kind of fuel in your car, what kind of oil, when to change it, maintenance, service records, all those things, okay? It only makes sense to be able to read the manual to your car to be able to see what it says about service. Well, the problem is we don't have a manual for the body or the mind. And remember, we're not just talking the physical body, we're talking the emotional body. That's 80% of your energy field once it's in motion. Energy in motion, emotions. So there's lots of thinking to do. Okay? There's lots of thinking to do. And now, because most likely you're probably taking care of your car. I'm sure you are. But are you maintaining your body? Are you maintaining the integrity? Okay? Integrity with yourself. The body, remember, is your miraculous machine. Just like if someone gave you one car, one vehicle to last you your whole life, you only get one set of tires. Okay? You only get one set of shock absorbers, one filter, one of everything. That's it. No replacement parts. What would you do? You would really, really, really take care of it way different than you would, because remember, your body, it's all you got. No replacement parts. Okay? Not like you think. So, smartest thing to do would be to be able to really put the best fuel in that car and keep it tuned up so it doesn't get built up, because if not, it's going to wear out. It's going to wear down. Treat it with integrity. You don't beat your car up or your truck up. Why? It's because you just don't, or at least you learn not to. And then when you do the same with your body, of course, is your machine. It's how you navigate, how we navigate in this world. Without the body, remember, you can't play in the third dimension. Not like you think. You need a body to push things around. So the choice is yours. I call it the cancer diet, or the sickness diet, or the I'm tired of being sick and tired diet. Or you get on the logical and reasonable lifestyle. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. It's awareness. It's really being able to be smart about your actions. About your actions. Okay? And navigating through all the discrepancies that we're pushed into. Okay? Discrepancies. Because they are. They're dysfunctions, but I call them more of discrepancies. So, simple solution again. What are you going to do? You're going to upgrade, you're going to enhance, you're going to optimize yourself. How are you going to do it? A variety of terrain modification protocols, practices, and principles. Very simple. We've got hundreds of videos on how to get started. You can always start by learning the skin and pore cleaning protocols. Start opening up the largest organ, detox organ that we all own, which is the skin. And if it's not working correctly, then you're not working correctly. End of story. If it's not working correctly, then that's like one of the biggest filters. Remember, it's a detox organ, and it starts to clog, just like if your filter on my diesel filter on my truck, it clogged with algae, and it stopped my truck from going. Why? Because the filters got clogged. So, not so smart to put in bad fuel. And I got bad fuel. Why? Because the fuel was sitting in my truck probably 6 months, and it gets a little water in the diesel, and it starts making algae. And the algae can live in the diesel, you bet. Candida can live in the body, and it does. So, remember, a lot of these small little colonizational parasites feed off processed food, sugar, and they live in bodies that are dry and toxic. Learning these booby traps is the smartest thing you could ever do. Okay? Learning how to navigate all the different layers of being an Earth human at this time. Technology is great, okay? But there are many technologies that are very assaultive to the body. And that may be vaccines, that may be GMOs, maybe the makeup that you're using or the perfumes that are fake. Okay, so remember, simple solutions is the game. It's got to be simple. It's got to be what I call the 3 E's: easy, economical, and efficient. And that's again why we have Earthshift products. A lot of these videos aren't made for new timers. Okay, you're already on the program. Trying to inspire many other people to be able to volunteer to become more human, more complete, more aware, okay, more authentic, more loving, more nurturing, more caring. There's nothing that's a better feeling than to be able to nurture not only yourself. Remember, to have integrity with yourself means you really got to see your body as the only car you're ever going to have, and you better be scared that it's going to fall apart if you don't take care of it, or you should be logical to say, I really need to learn this machine, and or learn from others that are taking care of it most likely better than you. So there's lots of information on the internet, but again, a lot of these videos are for newbies, people that want to ignite out of their dysfunction, and dysfunction is exactly what you'll see you were in only after about 180 days of doing a lot of the protocols, learning the liquids of vitality. Again, it's not for people that are already on the program. But again, the people that are on the program should really look into the deeper layer of information that we have, not just on YouTube, but at Earther Academy. That's a higher level, more advanced of information, and has specifically to do with detoxification and rejuvenation. What I've done myself to rejuvenate and detoxify my sick self. And yes, we all have the sickness, matter if we think so or we don't. If you're 15 pounds plus overweight, that means you do have the sickness. And there's 240 million people out of 300 million people that are 15 pounds plus overweight. Of course, there's a lot of sickness. That's not counting the 100 million obese people. It's not counting the 100 million diabetics or the 50 million people on Prozac, Zoloft, and Paxil, antidepressants. Remember, the body is self-organizing. It's very smart. All you have to really do is quit poisoning it. Okay? The body's super tough. It's the mind that needs to be convinced. It's the mind. Parasites, remember, control our mind from behind the scenes. They're very elusive and very mysterious and bizarre at the same time. So learn the different types of parapsychology around parasites. Understand that they have the ability to be able to manipulate animals and people. And if you don't believe that, then put in Google parasites mind controlling and see what you come up with. Okay, there was just an article a little while ago that said that about 50% of the population has a mind controlling parasite from the cat. Wow. And what kind of mind control is it? Well, it's seamless. You don't even know it. That's the best part. So what happens is slowly we start to lose ourselves to a lot of different creatures, biological entities that live inside our cellular structure, or what you can call your church, your body. They slowly take over by manipulating your terrain. That's why we have, again, 30 departments in terrain modification. There's no killing here. All we're going to do is change things for the better, upgrade things for the better, enhance things for the better, optimize things for the better. Okay, what's wrong with that? If this idea doesn't grasp you, and you shouldn't worry about who the presenter is here. Just trying to tell you the truth that tens of thousands of people from around the planet have changed their world. Changed the world by putting in the time, effort. It does take time and effort into this rebuild. It's a rebuilding of your body, but not only that, of your mind. Once you really step up to the next layer, you'll want to maybe visit us up in Hawaii here and spend at least 21 days and go through our reset protocols. I call it the best healthy adventure vacation you've ever taken on your life, because it's the first time you've ever taken time off to rebuild yourself instead of taking time off to poison yourself. Come back from a vacation and you blame it on, oh, I was on vacation but I gained 20 pounds. Really? Now you need to work extra hard to be able to just get back to the self you were before, which you weren't happy about before you left. So would it be smart to start changing your ways right now? Start changing them. Upgrade, enhance, optimize. Get smart. Remember, don't follow the pack. Packs, remember, very sick. And they're sort of dysfunctional in many ways. Okay? Stop watching fear, doubt, and uncertainty on television. You're not going to change it. They're doing that for a reason. Okay? It does lower your immune system. There is a system here to control people by making sure that you're very busy, you're very sick, okay, and very poor. As you can see, they're doing a good job on this whole system. There's many documentaries for you to watch. Again, this is for newbies. Step up and watch Earthlings, Forks and Knives. I mean, there's hundreds of videos to get more worldly, okay? The world of Monsanto. Just Google different areas. There's documentaries just on every area, from false sugars to GMOs. It's all coming out. And if you don't understand what you're going to upgrade to, enhance, and optimize, then you're just following people. You need to understand and realize the reason why you're doing these things, so you'll put it into your new world. It's your new lifestyle. It's your new way of living on the planet, and trying not to be as destructive as you were previously. Trying to add beauty to everything that you live around. Don't live in a house, it's okay. Make the best of what you got, wherever you've got. Trailer, motorhome, tenting, make it nice. Okay? There's no reason. I know people that live out of their car, and I can see the dysfunction that they have in their mind, because even if you are living out of your car, you don't have to make it look like a garbage pile. That's what the mind looks like on the inside. You'll find out as you clean up your body and your mind, you'll have to sometimes revamp your household, your relationships. Just a lot of the things that really don't make sense anymore, because you have more connection with things that are more in line, and you see things that are out of line very easy. Okay, so take the simple solution, which is learn terrain modification protocols. You can learn whatever you want to learn. I just know that these protocols work very simply, even if you only do some of them. They will upgrade your system to a higher morphogenic value, which means that whatever parasites are living at those levels, they'll have to leave you. Goodbye. Okay, you've just made the terrain not amenable for their control. They may still live in there, but at least they won't control you. And you'll be able to slowly squeeze them out of your system. Okay, have a good day, guys. Do get some sun. Watch some of the new videos that we've put out on YouTube. Each one is now to get people to engage, connect the dots, step up. It's not just having a fruit shake. It's a lifestyle. We call this lifestyle the supernatural lifestyle, because you got to have awareness. It's above natural. It's supernatural. And so this gives you awareness, because now you're negotiating your life based on reason and logic. It's a biological. It's logic. Okay? Okay? All right. Choose well. Aloha.
Important reminder. All information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earthshift Live radio talk show or therein.